True.
My girlfriend, she's 17, and
You have a 17-year-old girlfriend?
yes, I do.
How old are you?
I'm 41. She's having problems with her mom, and her mom's the one that signed custody over to me.
You're sleeping with the girl that you have custody of.
Yes, because everybody in her family does drugs. She had to get out of that.
So everybody does drugs, you're sleeping with her?
No, that's not the way it happened.
Well, how did it happen? How do you end up sleeping with a child that you have custody of?
Because I got custody of her. Her mom signed her over because she didn't want her anymore.
Okay, so you're doing a nice thing by taking a child
No, I'm doing a nice thing because she, her other brother does drugs. Her mom lets him do that. The guy just got.
I want to know how you make the leap of having custody of a child to then begin sleeping with her. How do you make that leap?
Here's how it is. You go from.
In fact, why don't you tell it with your ass standing up? Get up.
Okay. I met her on a chat line. She was 8. She said she was 18, and I ain't supposed to be less than 18 on this chat line. So I met her on the chat line. Thought she was 18. When I met her, I thought she was 18. So it's not like I looked for a little 16-year-old girl or 17-year-old girl, and it's legal in Iowa. It's totally legal. So it's not like I'm doing anything illegal.
Don't you have any moral compass inside
yes, I
to
do.
say, you know
I'm not
what,
saying I just
I'm in
met-
my 40s, I shouldn't be sleeping with a teenage girl?
Okay. The only thing I got to say to that part is Hugh Hefner, and he's got 18-year-old girls, so what, 82? So what do you say about that?
I think 18 and 16 is a big difference.
Well, so do I, if I knew she was 16 at the time.
Oh, well, when you meet an 18-year-old girl, so you just what? You jump in bed with her? You don't say, oh,
Well,
maybe
here's
that
your
high school
ID.
jacket is throwing me off a little bit
She
here?
didn't have a high school jacket. She was a CNA, registered nurse, working at a nursing home. How did I know a 16-year-old's doing that?
What did you know about her?
I knew about what we talked about, like every night on the phone. And then when I finally met her, I found out she had a lot of problems with her mom.
Trying to help her out is
Yes,
what you
sir,
were doing.
I was
And
trying
you
to
were,
help her.
and when you're trying to help her out when you're sleeping with her, what kind of help is that?
No, it wasn't then. It wasn't.
It's just really you're a 40-year-old creepy guy trying to sleep with teenage girls.
No. I have never done that. I wasn't out looking for that.
You've never done it. You said you are doing it.
Yeah, well, I never just went and looked for her.
What are you doing
like
on
she
a
was
chat
16,
line? What are you
17.
looking for?
On chat, like talking to girls. I thought she was the right age, like she said she was.
Oh, so nobody lies on the internet.
No, I'm not saying that. But when I found out, I broke it off.
How old did you tell you were?
I told her I was 37 at the time.
Yeah, so you're lying too.
Yeah. But on this line, you're supposed to be 18, at least on that line.
How do you end up having custody of this girl?
Okay, her mom couldn't take care of him. She was letting her other son. She gets Social Security from her oldest boy. He's in the house every day. Her younger brother's 15. Her mom's boyfriend at the time was doing crack and a whole bunch of stuff, and she couldn't go to school. I hear in the background there. She's trying to. When I found out she was 16, I broke it off. Her mom called the police on me, so I broke it off then. But then the police came over and said, you know what? In Iowa, it's legal.
The police came over and said, go ahead, keep sleeping with her.
Yes,
It's legal.
they said it's legal. There's nothing we can do about it. So I didn't even know that at the time. So
You weren't even sure if you were breaking the law or not.
Oh, no, I wasn't. I broke it off with her.
You broke it off.
Yeah. And she kept calling and crying and crying. So then I felt sorry for her. I told her, well, you can finish school down here.
How did she get down there?
She took a bus down.
Did somebody send her on the bus?
No, I paid for the bus ticket. She came down. We fell in love, and I've been with her.
How fast did you fall in love?
It was a few months.
When you're sleeping with a 16, I don't give a damn if it's on the law or not. That's abuse.
Until one day you said, how would you like to live with your boyfriend? I told you, you know.
You pushed me off on him because you didn't want me.
Why did you do it?
How long did it take you to have sexual relations with her?
Over 2 months.
Over 2 months. And she stayed with you this whole time?
No. I've seen her a couple times here and there, and then I met her for the first time in June. We met in March, and we were, talking on the phone every night. So you can't help who you fall in love with. It's not like
you can. You can say, no, you're a child. I'm not going to fall in love with you.
She was a nice person.
See what?
I said she's a great person inside. She needed help, and her.
So be a mentor. Again, I'm 45. I can't imagine dating a teenager, being with a teenager. What would you have in common with them?
I've been through a lot of problems.
Plus all the influence you sway over a teenager. You'd be taking advantage of them.
Oh, believe me, I've been taking advantage of her.
You're sleeping with her. I say that's taking advantage of her.
Oh, I don't think it is.
You know what? A guy like you can say all you want that you're trying to help this person. You're not trying to help anybody. You're doing it for your own sexual gratification. You want to sleep with a teenager. That's what you want to do. That's why you're with this girl. It's not because her are doing drugs or anything like that. You want to sleep with a teenager.
I didn't know she was 16 at the time.
At some point, you paid her mother $100 so she could come visit you, right?
I sent her $50 for her birthday. Her mom needed money for I don't know what, pay bills or something. I told her, is there any way I can come see her? And she said she needed another $50 for something. So I paid $50 to go up and pick her up. And not only did she let Brittany come down, she let her other daughter come down. Never even met me before or anything, and knew I met her on the chat.
So she sent her two teenage daughters to come spend overnight with you.
Yeah.
One's 16, the other one's 12.
I think she was 12.
Why would you let a 12-year-old come stay
Because
with you?
that
you've never met, that you don't know the parents?
Because it was her sister. It was her sister.
These are young teenage girls. These are girls, you've never met their parents. You obviously thought you were doing something wrong because you broke it off. And now you know this other girl is definitely 13, 12, right? Why would you let her stay in your house?
Well, because she wanted to come down and have a good weekend. We went to a water park.
And you don't see anything wrong with that?
I don't see anything. I got 2 kids of my own. She wanted to meet my other little daughter. They were talking to each other.
How old is your daughter?
11.
So if I called your daughter up and say, you want to come to a water park with me this weekend, you'd have no problem with that?
Oh, definitely. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I would hope not.
Yeah. Well, I was wondering why your mom was doing
Well,
that.
so why would you do it then?
No, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't let my daughter go nowhere with somebody like that.
So it's all right for somebody else's daughter to come stay with you, but you wouldn't allow your daughter to go meet a stranger then, right?
No, you're damn right I would.
Well, then I'm saying stranger danger. Why are you doing it?
Because I know how I am, and I'm not like that.
You know how you are. What do we know about you? We know that you'll sleep with a 16-year-old.
Well, not knowing.
Not knowing, but you did know at some point, and you still continued to do it.
No, because I was in love with her.
You were in love with her. How long after did you find out that she was 16?
About 5 months.
5 months, and she's lying to you? She's saying she's 18?
Yeah.
So you fell in love with somebody that's been lying to you about their age the whole time?
Yeah.
That didn't bother you at all?
Well, it bothered
this
me.
relationship built on love, that she's lying to you the whole time?
Well, yeah, it bothered me.
Then what did you do about it?
I broke up with her. And she kept calling me and crying and calling me and crying. And everything that's going on up there, I felt
And
sorry
you didn't
for
say, you know what, I can't do this. You're 16. Stay with your mother. You don't know me. I'm 41. Goodbye.
I did kind of do that. But then
Kinda.
she called me back, and I felt sorry for her. She didn't have nothing. She wasn't going to graduate. She had things going on there. Everybody's doing
Again,
drugs
you never
around
met her mother.
No.
And at some point, the mother signs over custody to you. Why?
Because she couldn't take care of her.
She couldn't take care of her.
She said that she wasn't going to school. And
she really doesn't know who you are, right?
nope. So she let Brittany, since she was in love with me, come down and live with me.
Maybe it's the men that you allow to enter your life. This guy's smoking dope with your kids. You call him a pedophile and you give him custody.
You pushed me off on him because you didn't want me. You said, how would you like to live with your boyfriend? I told you,
You don't know the story, so I'm just
I don't know the story. I don't need to know the story. I do know the story. Creepy old guy, young teenage girl. You taking advantage of.
Nothing like that.
Oh, it's nothing like that.
Nothing like that.
Okay. It's true love, right?
It is. I love her.
True love.
I do love her.
She'll
be 18 in 2 months. She's acting like she's like 16 right now. I still love her. She still loves me.
So what? As long as I start dating a 14-year-old and I stay with her until she's 18?
No, I didn't say that. See, now you're just.
That's basically what you're saying.
No, I'm not.
You're still with her. It's okay.
It has nothing to do with that.
Has nothing to do with. You let girls that you didn't know, you don't know their parents, you have no relationship at all, and you let them come and stay in your house. And you wouldn't let your daughters do it, but you'll let somebody else's daughters do it.
Yeah,
but
well,
you see
my daughters ain't
going
to have an atmosphere like she's had to go through and her kids have to go through.
So what? So they don't get to go and sleep with some old guy?
They wouldn't even. That would never even happen. And I wouldn't even have an atmosphere where everybody's doing drugs.
Why wouldn't that
every
happen?
day of the
Wouldn't
week.
that be a good thing if some older man wanted to take care of her? One of your daughters wanted to take them for a nice weekend? What's wrong with that?
It wouldn't happen.
Why, though?
Because they wouldn't even
It's a good thing. You're describing your situation as a good thing. Don't you want a good thing for your daughters?
And I do. And then my daughter will have a good thing.
Well, why can't she have it? Maybe, like I said, I'm free this weekend. So basically, you're the hero of the story. They didn't write that on my cards. You're the good guy hero rescuing 16-year-old girl, and you're helping her by sleeping with her.
I'm just here to help her out. I didn't even want to come on this show. And I'm here to help her out.
But you did,
because she has a mom and a guy that just got out of prison, did crack, 24/7. There's people running in and out of her house.
She definitely sounds sketchy, too. She sounds very sketchy. Let's bring her and her husband out.
Pedophile.
Nothing but a pedophile.
Well, why'd you sign your daughter over to me?
Because it's the best thing in the moment in time to do for her. You are a pedophile.
Oh, whatever. Why'd you
prey
sign
on
your daughter?
kids. You love
Sign
kids.
your daughter
you
over
lied to me
to
at the very
me.
beginning. I'm brother, and can we have it for the weekend to go look at the
he's
college?
Sitting there smoking drugs with all your kids.
He wasn't even around my house.
Oh, whatever. He's smoking dope with all your kids.
January.
All your kids.
You are so full of
Oh, they're worth $100.
pedophile.
Huh? Your kids are worth $100.
You give me no money,
Is that what you're
pedophile.
saying?
What did you give me?
Whatever. I gave you $50. I sent Brittany $50.
gave me no money.
You dropped them off in the parking lot.
You are no money you give. You're a pedophile.
Hey,
you
you
prey
did.
on small kids. Small kids.
Whatever. You're the
You're
one.
a pedophile.
You're basically saying you basically paid for children.
No,
yes, that's exactly what you're saying. You're basically saying
could have been
you sold your
anybody.
kids to me, and you could have been anybody.
I could have been anybody and
but
not
you
even
know
brought
what?
those
That's
kids back.
the thing. You could have been anybody.
She didn't know
you
who
stay
I
away
was or
from
anything.
teenage girls. That's what you do.
She didn't know who I was. What I'm saying is I could have been anybody.
That's right.
They could have been killed. She would have known where they were at.
That's right, creep. That's why you stay away from kids you don't know. That's why you stay away from children that you have no relationship with their parents. That's when there's something that could stop you. You could say, no, I don't know you. I don't know your children. But you don't do it. You don't have any moral compass inside you that says this is wrong. I shouldn't be doing this. No, all you think about is your children. But when it comes to abusing somebody else's children,
I didn't abuse nobody's children.
When you're sleeping with a 16, I don't give a damn if it's on the law or not. That's abuse.
No, it isn't. Not with what she's going through.
So it brings me to you. Why would you let your 16-year-old daughter go with this guy?
Moment in time, they lied to me when they were younger.
Okay, so
She
they
told me
lied, but
he
you
was
find out the truth.
He told me that
you're
it was
taking money from this guy.
I took no money from that guy.
You're saying
I
you
took
did.
no money from that guy. My daughter takes care of him.
You signed.
My daughter takes care of him.
You signed custody.
I
What does
did.
he need to be taken care of?
He has no money. She takes care of him. She pays rent in his house, half the mortgage.
Why did you sign custody? Here's the thing. You
the
signed.
moment in time, are on drugs. She refused to go to school.
But you don't know this guy. You don't know who he is.
Understandable.
Why would you sign your daughter over to a strange man that you don't know?
We talked about it with Brittany, and I talked about it with him.
And what did you talk about?
She said she wouldn't graduate, Steve. She was willing
I
to
don't
throw
give
away
a
her
damn.
whole career.
Listen,
no graduation,
you know what?
unless she could go and be with this man because
you know
she's
what?
supposedly
Just keep
in
talking
love.
Chinese because I don't give what you have to say right now. You want to explain how you signed your daughter away to a stranger. You can't tell me anything that's going to make sense. And then you say you sat down and talked it over with your daughter?
Yes, we did.
So
She
what?
kept running away.
And you tell her no. Then you keep locking her up.
They
you
wouldn't
keep
lock her.
locking her up.
She's Central Agents to have sex. I called DSH down there.
She's not an adult. She can't run away, right? Until she's 18.
They keep bringing her.
They
She's
might
running
have
away.
sexual sex. You run away. You keep making police reports. You go keep dragging her
did.
ass and you bring her home.
I did bring her home.
No. No man would ever tell anybody else about the woman he loves. He would say anything bad about to anybody. What a creepy old guy. Get off my stage. Get out of here, creep. You said, I give up.
No, I
I'm
didn't give up.
I'm gonna let the creep have her.
I wanted her to graduate from high school.
Then you make her graduate school. What are you saying? That you, as the mother, cannot make your daughter graduate high school, but some strange dude can?
Said he could make her graduate. We talked about it.
So what?
Daughter didn't want to be with me.
Some guy calls my house. I'll make sure your daughter graduates high school. Oh, go ahead. Thank you.
It was not like that.
How is it?
It wasn't like that.
How is it?
She kept running away, Steve. Run away.
Oh,
We
my
filed police
God.
reports. She go down to and police go to his house, pick her up,
Hey,
bring her
Goofy,
back.
do you think this sounds good?
No, I don't think it
Do you
sounds
think
good.
this
But
is
you know
okay
what?
that a 16-year-old daughter's living with this guy here?
Oh, no,
Is it
hell no,
okay
it's no
that you
good.
sent your 12-year-old daughter to spend the night with him? You never met this guy, and you sent your 16-year-old and 12-year-old to go stay with a man that you've never met.
Talked on the phone.
You talked to this guy on the phone. What do you know about him?
No, he don't work. No, he has kids.
Okay, he doesn't work and he's got kids, so why you send your daughters there?
They wanted a weekend at the water park.
They wanted a weekend at the water park, so you sent them to a stranger.
No, I don't care what you say to me, how you do things. You want to help her? That's great. I don't care how you treat me. As long as you do good by her, I'm good.
Oh, so just as long
I'll
as I
take
do
all
got
the
by her,
abuse.
you could be the biggest piece of that walks on the face of the earth.
Correct. And I will.
You don't care.
That means getting her help, and that's what I'll do.
What about the 12-year-old that you're letting go? How am I supposed to help her?
She's not having no problems.
She's not having any problems.
No.
She's got a big problem. It's standing right in front of me. Before you sent your daughter to him, did you look up his police
After
record?
he was there.
After he was there.
We called while they were down there.
And you found out he had a police record, and what'd you do about it?
Called and told her about it. That they lied about his age.
So you didn't go down there and get her?
No, I didn't have a vehicle to go down and get her.
You what?
I have a vehicle to go down and get her.
You don't have a vehicle.
I didn't have it at that point, no.
So that stops you from going to get your
Yes.
daughter from a criminal.
Yes, I didn't have a vehicle to go down and go into.
You didn't have a vehicle.
No.
Is there anything that you'll do for your daughters?
Yeah.
Like what?
Anything for my daughters.
Everything?
Yeah.
Let them stay with strange men.
Yeah, I guess that's where you put it, yeah.
Sign over your rights to them, to strange
No.
men.
She wanted temporary custody while she's in school.
You
That's
signed
all it
over your
was.
right, your custody
Temporary
to a
custody
strange
while
man.
she goes to school.
While he goes to school. You know he's sleeping with her, right?
Yes, I know that. Nothing to do about it. She's 16, consensual sex
Nothing
age.
you could do. Then if you know he's sleeping with her, why would you sign your rights over to him?
She wasn't going to go to school at the moment in time. She needed to go to school. Wasn't going to graduate. Going to drop out.
She's
Going to
willing
college
to
now.
throw her whole life away for him. Everything.
Yeah, but you know, the mom's making it easy. Who is this, your girlfriend?
No, this is my wife.
This is your wife?
Yes. We got married March 20th when I got out of prison on
Congratulations.
parole violation.
What, you got out of I'm
I
sorry.
went back to prison on a parole violation.
It just keeps getting better.
He's saying. He's saying she's throwing away her whole life. He's not telling you about the drugs there every night. He's doing drugs.
Listen, you know what? I don't want to hear anything out of your mouth. I don't, you know. So your daughter's been living with Andrew for 5 months, right?
Yes.
And how often have you seen her in those 5 months?
3 times.
3 times in
Yes.
5 months?
Yes.
Why is that?
She's been working in school.
Working in school.
Yes.
Most teenage daughters see their moms on a daily
I
basis.
talk to her every day. She calls me.
You talk to her every day.
Yes.
How's Andrew?
To her, we don't talk much about him. She talks about school. She talks about.
Why wouldn't you want to talk about him?
She won't bring.
You know she's
she won't
having an
talk
adult
about
relationship
him.
with
When I
him.
talk about him, she don't talk about him. Okay, bye, Mom. She won't discuss him.
So you have no control, no authority over your children
No, I don't.
whatsoever?
No, I don't.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Do you have any control over any of your children?
The youngest one.
The youngest one?
Yes.
The one that spent the weekend with him?
Yes.
How much control did you have that weekend that she was at his house?
None at all.
None at all. So your kids, all the daughters are involved with creeps?
Yes.
So How is it that you raise all these kids and you have no control over them?
I don't know.
You don't know.
No, they do drugs.
They all do drugs. Do you do drugs?
No, I don't.
Never?
I tried it.
You tried it?
Yes.
Do you ever do drugs around your kids?
Not with them around me, no.
Anybody that you know do drugs around your kids?
I'm sure there hasn't people around done drugs. He has before.
He has before.
Yes.
The man you married did drugs with your kids?
Yes, he has.
What kind of drugs?
Marijuana.
He smoked pot with your kids?
Yes, he has.
And how old were your kids at the time?
Age they are now, 15 and 19.
Oh, he just recently smoked pot with them.
Before
no.
he went.
Just
prison.
recently. It was back in July of last year.
Oh, back in July of last year. So last July you were smoking pot with her kids.
Yes.
And you thought that was a good idea?
At the time, I thought I couldn't beat him, might as well join him. I thought maybe I could take him off of it, but I could see it wasn't the right way to go. And I realize now it's not the right way to go. And ever since I've been home, I've been doing my damnedest to get them off of it, to get them from drinking. They're in gangs now. Almost got shot last week.
Do you maybe see the pattern here or why your kids are so screwed up? Maybe. Children want discipline. They want their parents to put their foot down with them so they don't get too off the beaten path. You haven't done it. It sounds like you blamed her for everything. And get off my stage. Maybe it's the men that you allow to enter your life. This guy's smoking dope with your kids.
He ain't a pedophile.
This guy's sleeping with them. Yeah, but you knowingly signed over custody to him.
Correct.
You
He ain't
call
a
him a pedophile and you give him custody.
Yeah, I did. For her to go to school and finish school.
So what does that say about you that you're signing your child over to a pedophile?
Don't know.
You don't know.
If you wanna call
What
it.
do you know?
Not much enough right now.
And then this guy smokes dope with your kids and he gets out of jail and you marry him.
Yep.
That's a good father figure for your kids, right?
They're real
That's
good
going
right
to straighten
now.
them up.
They're out of control. When they get out of control, I'm telling you the truth. I'll whip their ass to do the best that I can.
Well, you know what? If it was one child that was acting crazy, two children, but all the children, there's no guidance. They're all out of control. They're all doing whatever they want. She has no control over them.
One's
So at some
19,
point,
so he's not
so
a
at what
child.
point, why don't we slap cuffs on you? You're not doing your responsibility. You're bringing all those kids in the world, and you're not doing anything.
Called on you, you can't do it.
You know what I mean? You got all these kids, and everybody else has got to deal with them. Creepy over there's got to take care of your daughter. Police are dealing with your other kids.
We can't keep them out of trouble with the
You
police.
can't keep them out of trouble. Why not? How do other
They run
parents
away.
manage to keep their kids out of trouble?
I
How
don't
do they
know,
manage
Steve.
to do that?
I honestly couldn't tell you.
I mean, how did my dad manage to keep my siblings and me out of trouble?
She actually whipped someone's butt back then. They actually disciplined
Oh,
them.
so that's the only way you could kick somebody's butt. But now,
They actually discipline
so
them.
kids now, they're just
can't
every
discipline
kid
them.
goes wild.
My kids do.
Yeah, well, we know that. What does that speak to you of you?
I can't control them.
You can't control them.
Nope.
You take anything away from them, ground them, take stuff out of the room, give them stuff back, and it doesn't matter to them.
Let's bring out your daughter, Brittany.
Mom, how can you sit there and say that? You sat there. He's drugged me down the stairs. He's done all that, and you sit there and
He
bury
put a
him.
hand
Yeah,
on
he's
you.
put a hand on me. He's put
He
a hand
hasn't
on
hurt
you.
you.
He's thrown you against a tree. I was working.
You weren't in my
He got
house.
locked up. He said he's been clean for a year. Okay, what? July?
He's
It's
been clean.
That's not been a year, has it? How long has that been, Mom? That has not been a year.
He's been
Listen,
clean.
no. You sat there. You pushed me off on him because you didn't want me.
You chose to go
No,
there.
you didn't want me, Mom.
No, whatever.
What did you want about me? What? The only time you talked to me was when I got paid.
No, I don't think
Yeah,
it's
it
something
was,
you
Mom.
called me. So you got
The
paid
only
since you wanted to come
and then
down.
you sit there and you ignored my phone calls half the time. And he still wants to be a father after all the stuff he's
He
done.
allowed you to drive without a license down to my
And he
house.
sits there and he's doing all this, Mom. Look.
Oh, that's a
he's-
big major offense with what's going on.
She got in an accident. Got in an accident. Stop her.
How can we control you,
wait,
Brittany?
at least she has access to a vehicle.
And she wants to see her
I
mom.
got
She
a
wants to
job.
see her mom, and so she got to
Shut
drive
up.
up there.
How can we control you, Brittany, when you go sleeping with, when you go out to these parties? When we lived in, you go out to these parties with 15 and 20 and get drunk
Control-
and get most of
Let's
them.
say
Then you
control
come
me.
home.
Let's-
Then you
This is
come
how
home
you talk
and
to us.
talk to
This-
your mom.
you see
and
how
you
this
talk to
guy's
your mom.
talking to your daughter?
The way
You talk to your mom like she's
This is
nothing.
your
Listen to them
husband.
all the time.
And you
All the
smack your
time.
mom and everything else. What are we supposed
I've never
to
laid
do?
my hands on my mother.
Okay.
You have.
I've never laid my hands on my mom.
Right.
I'm
Have
not
you ever
perfect.
hit her?
I know I'm
No,
not
sir,
perfect.
I've never
You
laid
never
a
hit her,
hand.
so you never
no,
threw
I've
in the
never
tree?
laid a
He
hand on her.
has drugged me down
Them
the stairs.
steps.
He has, yeah, you drugged me down
You know
the steps.
why? Because
And
you
pushed
wouldn't
my mom
mind.
against the
You
tree.
wouldn't go to
were
your
high
mom
on
like she
crack.
told you to. She told me to come get you.
You
You
were
wouldn't get out of your
high
bed and
on
walk down the
crack.
steps to go to your mom
You
to
were high on
explain yourself
crack, and
about
you
where
pushed
you'd
my
been
mom
all
to a
night.
tree.
How did he drag you?
By her feet.
No, it wasn't. It was by my arms. And then when I sat on the steps, you drugged me
Grabbed
by
me
my
by
feet.
You
Yep.
dragged her down the stairs by her feet.
Yes, I did.
And you're okay with that too?
I respect, yeah. I told her to come down and talk to me. She came in out, screw with the
So you
older
dragged
guys.
your daughter down the stairs by
Yeah,
her
she
feet.
was drunk, high herself, came in there.
I was not high. I was not smoking.
Was he high on crack?
No.
No. Were you high?
No. No, sir.
That was the one time you weren't?
No, I was clean for several days throughout the week.
So you claimed.
But yes, I did smoke crack.
Well, I didn't think that you didn't. I want everybody to leave the stage except Brittany. I want you to have a seat, Brittany. There's nobody on this stage as an adult that's in your life that is anywhere near acting responsible or really seems to have your best interest at heart. Your mom, I gotta say, I know it's your mom, but what comes out of her mouth astounds me.
She's a friend to us. She's not a mom. She's more like a friend.
She's
She
not
don't-
even a friend, because
she don't
if she was a
discipline
friend
us.
would protect you.
She don't do none of that.
And why are you with Andrew? This guy's 41 years old.
At first, when I first met him, he said he was 35. I lied about my age.
Even
And-
at 35, he'd be
Yeah,
too old for you.
I was thinking that, and we just kept talking, and I guess, I mean, one thing led to another, and I visited him, and I told him I loved him, and right now to say the love's there as a friend, but I don't think anything else, because I want a family. I want to go to college, I want to get married, and I don't think he can. I don't think he can be able to do the family that I want.
So you don't want to be with him.
And it's not going to last much longer, no.
Well, that's actually good to hear. You are a creepy old guy. Get off my stage. Get out of here, creep. At some point, you gotta wake up and realize, hey, this guy's 41. He's a father. He's raising kids himself. Not much younger than you.
No, his son's 2 years younger than me.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You said, what do you want out of life? You want to go to school?
I want to go fulfill my dream, go to college, get married, start a family. I want to be more than what my mom was. I want to go to college. I want to be a better parent.
Do you give him money?
No, I pay somebody to live there when I was working. I was paying $100, $120 every 2 weeks.
Because he doesn't work, right?
No, his mom's living there. And I was paying to stay, and I wasn't really complaining about it because, at least I had a place
So
to
here
go.
this guy doesn't work. He's living with his mom, and you're paying the bills.
Some of them, yeah. I was helping out.
What exactly did you get attracted to this guy?
He was really, on the phone, he sounds completely different. He was really, on the phone,
But
he was
okay,
really nice.
he sounded real nice
And
on the
then-
phone, but you got to meet him.
And then when I met him, it was good for a couple months, and then the fighting started, and I was like, this is completely
What were
different.
you fighting about?
Just like stupid things. It could be about my family. I'd be talking in front of my family. He's 41, and I don't have a chance. I didn't really have a childhood, and I'm still when I have a chance to be a child, I want to be a child, and it just feels like I need to grow up faster than what I am, because I'm with him, and it's like I don't get to be a teenager. I don't get to go out and party or do all this. He's told me to, but I'm scared of what's going to happen.
And you went to him to get away from your mom, or?
Yeah, because everyone was in the house 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning screaming, walking in and out of my room. I didn't have a door in my room. We had a sheet over me and my sister's room. We had school. I turned around and, I was going late to school, couldn't get up for school. She didn't give me no advice. She didn't get me up to say, hey, let's go, let's get a move on, let's go to school. Every time she'd get up, she'd wake us up yelling, screaming, get up, And finally, I got to the point, I said, Mom, I really want to drop out. I said, I want to wait till I'm 18 to finish school. I said, what else am I supposed to do? I said, I'm not going to graduate. There's so much drama going around.
It sounds, though, from what you're telling me, when you went to Andrews, it didn't get that much better.
It was a little bit, and then the fighting started. I actually went to bed on a decent hour. I wasn't up really late. And I got up in the morning. I get up in the morning at 7 o'clock. I get ready, I go to school. I live a block away from the school. I graduate in 15 days. I'm on the right path. I just need to figure out a different one to go on.
What would you like to happen today?
So I want to show her, you weren't a mother.
Do you want to ask your mom why she signed over your rights?
There's a lot of stuff. There's not, we've done a lot, and nothing's happened. I mean,
Well, I want
work.
to bring just your mom out so you can talk to your mom. Let's bring her mom out. Here's your chance.
Mom, why did you sit there and you didn't talk to me about it? You just said, you brought it to my attention one day. You said, how would you like to live with your boyfriend? I told you, I'd have a better life. I'd be able to graduate, get a job, be able to support myself. And then, like, less than a week later, you gave him custody. You signed your rights like you didn't care. You went around and you didn't care.
You wouldn't go to school.
Why did you do it?
You wouldn't go to school.
It don't matter, Mom. You're supposed to be a mom.
I was a mom.
No, you weren't.
You
You're not a mom, Mom. What's the longest we stayed in a place? What, kindergarten through 4th grade? I've had to meet so many different people, many friends, and then you promised us we could stay and finish out my senior year. And because Ben got locked up and he couldn't come to Illinois, you decided to give up everything. We had our life going, Mom, with or without him. We were better without him. It's like you pick him over us all the time. It's hard to even call you Mom, really it is. Because you haven't been one. You gave Andy custody of me without a doubt in your mind. You didn't have no doubt about it.
That's what you wanted me to do.
Mom, it's not the fact you're my mom. You're supposed to say no.
You wouldn't go
I
to
was
school.
waiting for you to say no.
I didn't know the first 2 times.
I was waiting for you to say no, you're not going. I was waiting for all that to happen, and you didn't.
The first 2 times I did tell you no.
You didn't. When you brought it to my attention to go live with Andy, and I said what I said, less than a week later, I called the school, got my stuff, and I went. You had no doubt in the back of your mind that it was wrong. You did
We
it.
thought about it. We
We
did.
didn't talk, Mom.
We
All
did.
you asked if I would live with them, and I said I'd have a better life. Look, I got a car now. I'm in the process of getting another job. I'm going to school. I graduate in like 15 days.
You're going to graduate in May now?
I'm
Before you said you weren't
graduating.
going to graduate in May.
And I haven't asked nothing from you. I paid for my own cap and gown. I've done everything on my own. I haven't asked for nothing.
I know.
And then when I see you struggle, I feel bad because I'm not there to support my siblings.
You have to feel bad.
For the Christmas, you couldn't give them nothing for Christmas. I sent money so they could have a Christmas.
Okay, thank
They're
you for
my
that.
siblings. My sister's 13 years old. I want her to see a better life. I want her to be raised by a mom, Mom. You sound like a friend or a sibling. You don't sound like a mom. I want her up to have a mom. And not a dad like Ben.
Well, that's her parents are.
Her dad is not Ben.
We are her parents.
Ben's nothing. Ben controls us. Ben tries to act like our dad.
does not control her.
You met him. He got locked up. You met him again. You forgave him. You said, oh, it's going to change. You're going to change. He didn't change. Mom, he's not going to change. In
has
3 more
changed.
months, he's probably going to go back doing his crack and doing everything else
I don't
again.
think he is.
He's going to keep doing it.
He has changed.
He drugged me down the stairs, Mom.
Because you came in drinking late.
And you didn't care. I was upstairs. I was minding my own business. You were yelling at me. I
you
told
came
you.
in drunk.
You know what? You got a daughter here that wants her mom to be a mom. Children want discipline. Believe it or not, they want it. They want their parents to put their foot down with them so they don't get too off the beaten path. You haven't done it. You've picked a man over your kids. That's what you did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. You picked him. And you know what? You pass off the hard task of raising teenagers. You'll give it to anybody. You don't do anything for your daughters. Your daughter's asking for any kind of attention right now, and you don't care.
Any
You're
advice?
showing no emotion, nothing. It's all on you. You take no responsibility. You blame your teenage child for everything.
Blame her for nothing.
It sounds like you blamed her for everything. And get off my stage.
Thank you. Not me at all.
Concerning your boyfriend, Andrew, right? Is there anything you want to tell him?
No, not really. We fight all the time, and that's pretty much all. There's not a lot.
Well, maybe now is a good time to break it off with him so you can go on with your life. Maybe we can help you. Maybe we can help you, with your schooling or whatever you need. You're going to be 18 real soon, right?
Yeah.
You'd be on your own. I don't know if you need to be involved with this guy and to be in a place where he's controlling you and supporting him. This is a grown man with his own children. When do you get to live your life and be a child and be in your 20s? Maybe now's a good time to break it off. But I'm not going to pressure you if you want to do
we
it.
fight too much. It's not going to work anyway.
Well, let's bring Andrew out then. And I want you to stand up and do this with him, all right?
Andy, I
Yep.
love you to death, but I don't see our future with us.
That's why I tried to break it off last week and
Can't
told you
see
to
we
leave.
fight. You kick every other day. You decide when you want me to stay or you want me to go. I want married. I want to be married. I want to have kids. I want a life, and I don't think you can.
Well, I told you because I do all the cleaning, all the cooking, everything.
And she does all the working.
Yeah, no, that's not true. I make sure she keeps her own money. She goes to school. I have to
you
get
don't
her
work.
up for
You
school.
don't work.
I have to get her up for
You
school.
don't work.
And there's another thing about that I ain't going to say right now, but I'm telling you why I don't. But I've always worked in case. I've been in the military. I've always made jobs over $50,000 a year.
You don't work now.
No, I'm saying right now, but I was injured at the time.
You're injured at the time.
So I'm just telling you, and I'm telling her she don't work, she don't clean, she don't do nothing. And I tried to kick her out 5 or 6 times.
This is the love of your life.
But I do love her. I do
I
because we
just lost
fight
my
because
job
she acts
because
like
my
her
grandma
mother.
died.
She's trying to be all. She's lying to this crowd, getting her all.
See exactly the way he's talking right now. This is the kind of man that you need to stay away from.
This is
Any
every
man.
day.
There you go. I tried to break it off with her. She keeps calling me back.
You tried. He tried breaking it off with you. Well, let's make it real successful. We're going to break it off right now. Any man that's going to stand in front of public and tell the world, tell anybody, even if he told his friend, you're his woman, and he's going to downgrade you, he's going to insult you, he's going to say one bad thing to you and anybody, that's not the kind of
I
man
get
you want to
called
be
names
with.
every day.
No man would ever tell anybody else about the woman he loves. He would say anything bad about to anybody. And let me tell you something. The situation you're in, he wouldn't allow it happen to his own daughters. He wouldn't allow it. But you, he'll let it happen to because you're not his, and he's using you.
No, I don't.
And
use
you
her.
are a user.
She keeps her.
You
own
are
money.
a creepy old guy.
I have
That's
tried
what
to
you
get
do.
her to stay on the couch.
You know what?
I have got her out of that
You know what?
situation.
You know what? You're an abuser
I
of
have
children.
got her out of that
and only hopefully
situation.
someday you'll slip up and the police will lock your ass
But
up.
I
Get off
never-
my stage. Get out of here, creep. That right there, that's the example of what you don't want to end up with. That's a creepy guy that's using you, that's going to insult you. That's not love.
I
That's
get
not
called
caring
names
for
every
somebody.
day. I get
That's
called
right.
an elephant. I get called fat ass. I get called everything. It's not a relationship.
Well, you know what? You're too good for him, so. The thing that you need to do is focusing on graduating, which you already got your head on your shoulders really good about that, about having a career that you want. You need to focus on finishing that school. You should really try to be around people your own age, other kids that are going to school that are headed down the right path.
Yeah, it's kind of hard though when you go to a school. You've been through 5 months and you don't know no one.
Well,
I
you know
went to
what,
school
though?
for 4 years
You're not gonna
and
meet a
all
lo-
my friends
You know what?
were there.
You're not going to meet a lot of people dating a 41-year-old.
Yeah.
Okay?
I was told that a lot.
And I want you to come with me, and we're going to help you any way we can moving forward, okay?
Okay.
Let's go.